Welcome. My channel today let's explore the Elizabeth II Australia 5 cents coins from the years 1970, 1981, 1988, 1995, and 1998. This covers history, geography, circulation, condition, mint, proof details, and value. Australia's 5 cent coin features the echidna on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. The 1970 Australia 5 cents coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, covering its history, geography, circulation, condition, proof, and value. This is tailored for collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone researching this specific coin. Australia in 1970. In 1970, Australia was celebrating its bicentenary of Captain Cook's Landing, 1770. This was a period of growing national identity and the beginning of Australia's move away from British imperialism toward a more independent global role. Queen Elizabeth II was still the monarch and the symbolic head of state, reflected in coinage. Australia had transitioned to decimal currency just 4 years earlier, in 1966, replacing the pound system with dollars and cents. The 5 cent coin, introduced that year, was one of the original denominations in the new decimal system. Obverse, front. Portrait, Queen Elizabeth II. Designer, Arnold Machin, Elizabeth II Australia 1970. The portrait is based on a sculpted image of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Arnold Machin's design was used from 1966 until 1984 in Australia. Reverse, back. Design, echidna, spiny anteater. Designer, Stuart Devlin. Details, the echidna is curled with its spines forming the outer border of the coin's reverse side, giving it a unique and iconic look. The echidna design has been retained across all 5 cent coins since 1966. The coin was minted in Australia, primarily by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. Circulated across all Australian states and territories. The echidna is native to Australia, representing the continent's unique wildlife. Year, 1970. Total mintage, approximately 81,110,000 coins. These were struck for general circulation, and many remain in circulation or are kept in private collections. This makes the 1975 cent coin not rare, but its condition can make a difference in collector value. Like most coins, the value of the 1975 cent depends on its grade, ranging from poor, P1 very worn, barely identifiable. Good, G4, to very fine, VF, 20 to VF, 30 noticeable wear but clear details. Extremely fine, EF, 40 to EF, 45 light wear, sharp detail. About uncirculated, negative 50 Australian dollars to negative 58 Australian dollars slight traces of wear. Mint state, MS, 60 to MS, 70 uncirculated, no wear, MS, 70 is perfect. Proof, specially minted coins with mirror-like finishes and high relief, made for collectors, not general circulation. In 1970, proof sets were issued by the Royal Australian Mint. Proof coins have higher value due to their superior quality and limited mintage. These are usually housed in a protective case and were not used in daily commerce. Circulated coin value. Face value, 5 cents AUD. Collector value, as of 2024 to 2025. Good to fine, 10 to 50 cents AUD. Extremely fine to AU, $0.75 to $2 AUD. Mint state, MS, 60 and above $3 to $15 AUD, depending on grade. Original proof sets, complete, from 1970 can be worth $15 to $40 AUD or more depending on condition. Individual proof 5 cent coins may be valued at $5 to $10 AUD. Note, these values vary with market demand, dealer prices, and grading by professional services like PCGS or NGC. The 1975 cent is not considered rare, given its high mintage. However, uncirculated or proof versions in perfect condition are sought after by decimal collectors. It's often collected as part of a complete year set or for those collecting coins from the first decade of decimal currency in Australia. The 5 cent coin is the smallest circulating Australian coin since the 1 and 2 cent coins were withdrawn in the 1990s. There's ongoing debate in Australia about phasing out the 5 cent coin due to its low purchasing power. The echidna design is one of the few coins in the world to prominently feature a monotreme, egg-laying mammal. Would you like help identifying or valuing your specific coin from a photo? The 1988 Australian 5-cent coin is a small but fascinating piece of numismatic history. Struck during a pivotal year marking Australia's bicentenary of European settlement, this coin is emblematic of continuity, national identity, and the subtle changes in coinage over time. While it may seem modest in value, the story behind this 5-cent coin is rich in history, geography, and significance. Monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Year of issue, 1988. Mint, Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. Designer, Obverse Raphael Maklouf. Designer, Reverse Stuart Devlin. The 1988 5-cent coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Raphael Maklouf, which was used on Australian coins from 1985 to 1998. This year also marked Australia's bicentenary, commemorating 200 years since the arrival of the First Fleet in 1788, though the 5-cent coin itself retained its standard design rather than a commemorative one. Despite the significance of 1988, the 5-cent denomination was not altered for the celebrations. It continued to showcase Stuart Devlin's reverse design of an echidna, a spiny native mammal, representing Australia's unique fauna. The echidna, featured on the reverse, is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world, the other being the platypus, both native to Australia. Its inclusion symbolizes the nation's dedication to celebrating native wildlife and environmental heritage. Geographically, the coin reflects Australia's commitment to local minting and production, with coins being struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. Composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel. Diameter, 19.41 millimeters. Weight, 2.83 grams. Edge, plain. Shape, round. Circulation mintage, 1988 approximately 62,440,000 coins. Proof issue, set only limited number included in official 1988 proof sets. These coins were produced in large quantities for circulation and are still occasionally found in change today, although their purchasing power is now minimal. Like most circulated coins, the value of a 1988 5-cent piece depends on its condition, which is graded as poor to fine, common in pocket change, little to no collector value. Very fine, VF, to extremely fine, EF light circulation wear, moderate value. About uncirculated, AU slight handling marks, nearly full luster. Uncirculated, UNC no wear, full mint luster. Proof, specially struck with mirrored fields and frosted devices, usually in sets. Note, values fluctuate depending on collector demand and the coin market. A high-grade certified proof can fetch more among collectors. While not rare, the 1988 5-cent coin is of interest to collectors who focus on year sets, specialize in coins from the bicentennial year, collect proof coins from the Royal Australian Mint. Its design continuity, despite the commemorative nature of 1988, makes it a compelling contrast to the special issues of other denominations that year, such as the $2 and $10 coins. The 1988 Australian 5-cent coin may not hold high monetary value, but it stands as a durable and consistent element of Australian currency. Its modest size belies the rich historical and cultural fabric it represents, from the steadfast reign of Queen Elizabeth II to the enduring symbolism of Australia's unique fauna. The realm of modern Australian coinage, the 5-cent coin holds a modest yet enduring place in the country's currency system. Minted in 1998, the Elizabeth II 5-cent coin from Australia is not just a medium of exchange, but a product of national symbolism, artistic precision, and royal representation. It continues to circulate in everyday Australian commerce and is a prized entry in the portfolios of collectors worldwide. Following Australia's transition to decimal currency on February 14, 1966, the 5-cent coin replaced the pre-decimal sixpence. The 5-cent coin retained a similar size and metal composition to its predecessor to ease the public into decimalization. By 1998, Australia was over 3 decades into the decimal system. The nation was witnessing economic modernization and increasing global connectivity. The coin continued to honor Queen Elizabeth II as Australia's constitutional monarch, featuring her effigy on the obverse. Portrait features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II as Australia's constitutional monarch, featuring her effigy on the obverse. Portrait features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Rank-Broadley. This effigy was introduced in 1998, making this coin the first year of use for this portrait in Australian coinage. Elizabeth II. Australia 1998. Design depicts an echidna, one of Australia's native monotremes, egg-laying mammals, curled around itself. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this reverse has been used consistently since 1966. No denomination words, but numeral 5 indicates the value. Denomination, 5 cents. Country, Australia. Year, 1998. Diameter, 19.41 millimeters. Weight, 2.83 grams. Thickness, 1.30 millimeters. Edge, milled. Composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel. Mint, Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. Mintage for circulation, approximate, 104 million coins. The high mintage means the coin was common in circulation and remains easily accessible. The 1998 5-cent coin is notable primarily for introducing the new Rank-Broadley effigy, making it a key interest for type collectors. Face value, 0.5 Australian dollars. Collector value, usually 10 cents to 30 cents AUD, depending on where. Brilliant uncirculated, BU $1 to 3 Australian dollars. Often available in mint sets. Issued as part of the 1998 proof coin set by the Royal Australian Mint. Struck with a mirror-like finish and frosted design elements. Proof value, 2025 estimate $5 to 12 Australian dollars, depending on condition and packaging. Minted in Canberra, the capital city of Australia. Circulated across the vast geography of Australia, from coastal cities like Sydney and Perth to remote regions in the outback. The echidna is one of only 2 monotremes in the world, the other being the platypus, making it a uniquely Australian animal. Reflects Australia's commitment to showcasing native fauna on its currency. While not rare, the 1998 5-cent coin gains interest from typeset collectors due to the effigy change. It's not a major investment coin, but proof and high-grade uncirculated examples can hold or slightly increase value over time, particularly in complete mint or proof sets. The 1998 Australian 5-cent coin embodies the subtle transformation of a nation's identity through currency. With its iconic echidna design and the introduction of a new royal portrait, this coin stands as a symbolic artifact of Australia's numismatic evolution. Whether clinking in a child's piggy bank or resting in a collector's album, this small piece of metal carries with it the weight of heritage, design excellence, and national pride. Would you like a visual reference or current market listings for the coin? The Australian 5-cent coin, introduced in 1966, replaced the pre-decimal shilling under the country's move to decimal currency. The 1981 issue continued the standard design introduced at decimalization and features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. During this period, Queen Elizabeth II was the reigning monarch of Australia, and the country was deepening its economic and political ties with the Asia-Pacific region. 1981 marked an era of growing modernization in Australian minting practices, including outsourcing some coin production overseas. While the Royal Australian Mint, RAM, in Canberra usually produced circulating coins, in 1981, due to high demand, production was also contracted to Royal Mint, Lantricent, UK. Royal Canadian Mint. Each mint's version may have minor die variations, although no official mint marks appear on the coins. Portrait, Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1981. This portrait was used from 1966 until 1984 across Australian coinage. Designer, Stuart Devlin, an esteemed Australian goldsmith and jeweller. Depiction, the echidna, a spiny anteater native to Australia, symbolic of the nation's unique fauna. Denomination, 5. Composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel. Mass, 2.83 grams. Diameter, 19.41 millimeters. Edge, milled. Total circulation mintage, all mints combined over 158 million. Australian Mint, 50 million. Royal Mint, UK 76 million. Royal Canadian Mint, 32 million. Due to the very high mintage, the coin is common in circulation. Face value, 5 cents. Collectible value, minimal, usually 5 to 10 cents in circulated condition. Coins often show moderate wear due to their age. Value, typically $1 to 5 Australian dollars in uncirculated condition, depending on eye appeal. Bulk rolls or mint bags occasionally trade for a premium among collectors. Proof 1981 5-cent coins were produced in Royal Australian Mint proof sets. Finish, high polish, mirror-like fields with frosted devices. Packaging, included in full-year sets sold to collectors. Value, as of 2024 to 2025. Single coin, $5 to 15 Australian dollars. Full proof set, including all denominations, $30 to 60 Australian dollars, depending on condition and packaging. Due to the very high mintage, the coin is not rare. However, die variations, such as double strikes or off-center errors, can be collectible. The coin is popular in type sets and for those collecting Queen Elizabeth II portraits over time. Its depiction of an iconic Australian animal also makes it culturally significant. Would you like me to provide images or a comparison between the UK, Canadian, and Australian mint strikes for this coin? The 1995 Australia Elizabeth II 5-cent coin, covering history, design, production, condition types, and values. Monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Reign, 1952 to 2022. Country, Commonwealth of Australia. Minting year, 1995. Coin series, decimal coinage, introduced in 1966. Currency transition, Australia transitioned from the pound to the decimal dollar system on February 14, 1966. The 5-cent coin replaced the pre-decimal sixpence, with the same size and metal composition initially. Portrait, Queen Elizabeth II, third portrait. Designer, Raphael Maklouf. Design years used, 1985 to 1998. Inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1995. The portrait shows Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Design, echidna, spiny anteater. Designer, Stuart Devlin. Design year introduced, 1966. The animal is shown curled around the center of the coin, emphasizing its spines and snout. Circulation area, all of Australia and its territories, used nationwide. Usage, everyday currency, commonly used for small transactions, change, and vending machines. The coin's low face value means it's often disregarded, yet it remains legal tender. Mintage for 1995, 97,100,000 coins. Minted exclusively in Canberra by the Royal Australian Mint. Condition, used in public transactions, wear and tear visible. Value, typically around face value, 5 cents, up to 0.20 Australian dollars depending on wear and demand. Not released into general circulation, preserved in mint condition. Value, around 50 cents to $1 AUD depending on market and quality. Specially struck for collectors using polished dies and blanks. Not intended for circulation. Often part of proof sets released by the Royal Australian Mint. Value, can range from $5 to 15 Australian dollars depending on the set, packaging, and condition. Note, values can vary with demand and coin dealers' listings. Not rare, high mintage and common in circulation. Not considered a key date or variety for 5-cent collectors. However, proof coins and coins in mint sets retain collector value. The echidna is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals, monotremes, in the world, the other being the platypus. Native to Australia, it represents the country's unique fauna. Would you like images or links to current listings for this coin from collector sites? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like, share and subscribe more coin collecting content.